They say there are three motives for murder: love, money, and rage. But what people tend to overlook are the senseless ones, the ones happening in our London streets. Because when I turn on the news, all I hear is a schoolboy is now among 61 young people to have been fatally stabbed in London. A schoolboy was fatally stabbed in Greenwich yesterday. A fatal stabbing in Dagenham. When will it stop? When will our mothers stop crying? When will our parents stop burying their children? When will we stop leaving bouquets of flowers on the floor and chanting, "Long live, long live, long live"? Harry Uzoka, Damilola Taylor, Baptista, Tyler. All men, boys, under the age of 25 who had their lives taken in the violent streets of London. We cannot simply turn our backs and ignore the crimes happening in the streets. Our streets. Because honestly, I know, listening to it on the news might seem so far, so distant, so unimportant, so unrealistic. But in reality, ladies and gentlemen, all the people that I had previously mentioned were from East or South East London. But it gets closer. A personal story of mine. A boy, Tashawn Danielle, had his life come to a painful halt in the London Underground, simply because he looked at his murderers funny. A senseless crime. Now listen to this. You're probably wondering, well, what's the solution? I know you're tired of hearing problems and issues without solutions. Well, let me tell you what we can't do. We can't be like the government. Blame it on the music we listen to, instead of acknowledging wider issues, such as poor housing, teacher labeling, poor funding. We can't be like the news, because once the news captures its RIPs, the TV cameras move on to the next story, and we act like the issues that we face aren't important. Now let me tell you what we can do, parents and children alike. We need to have something called the Knife Talk. And no, I'm not talking about the Drake song. I'm talking about us sitting down and discussing the effects of knife crime. This will allow and help the youth to know that taking a life is never, ever worth it. And it will help us to know that an inch of a blade is all that it takes to take a life.